Shannon.
Good music.
Welcome to the Ride Boundless Podcast.
So good to see you again.
too.
A lot of things have happened since the last time I was on here.
I believe it. Last time you were on, it was almost like I wanted it for a year, 2 years ago.
And thank you for this.
Ride Clean. I mean, anybody that's heard the podcast knows I have Ride Clean. Ride Clean is the ultra premium wash and wax, super water repellent, made with carnauba wax. It gives a real mirror-like finish. I used to sell this at the AIM Expo, SEMA events everywhere. It would sell out. I was at the IMS show in Long Beach one time.
Yeah.
The booth next to me was like, dude, I've been doing this for 25 fucking years. I've never seen a booth busier than yours, ever. I mean, like hotcakes. Shit's amazing. On your glasses, on your helmet, windshield, leather. It smells amazing.
I smell it.
Yeah,
I'm a smeller.
Yeah, it smells. I made sure that the smell was good because you know how many times you pop up the cap a little bit. Yeah,
I can smell it through the cap.
Yeah, you know how many times you use a cleaning product?
It smells good. That's a good one.
You know how many people are trapped in their garage cleaning?
Yeah.
And they get stuck with those chemical smells?
I like that smell. I'm all
Some
about garage
chemicals.
smells.
Some chemicals.
I'm excited because I ride in the rain. I could have used this.
This shit's amazing.
On my film shoot because I went through all
Shoot.
these storms.
No,
This
it's
is great.
the more you use it, the more you'll see.
Especially on my helmet.
Oh, it's fucking outstanding.
And it's supposed to rain, so
yeah. I thought it was gonna rain this morning.
I hope it does.
And it's at Bike Shed now too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna do one more moto trip to Tucson to see my family. They're having monsoons.
Fuck.
I love rain. I know it's so crazy.
The crazier
I
the
love
better.
it. I'm like, it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
So this will be good because I'm always like the two fingers going like that,
Yeah.
or I have to lift my helmet and then I have to take my glasses off because the rain will get on my glasses.
Yeah. No, you have to. You have to. No, this helps a shitload.
I'm excited.
Shannon, it's been I want to say 2 years.
I don't think it's been 2 years.
No, not
has it?
quite.
I don't know. Time just goes by so fast.
I've
It's
been
so
dealing
weird.
with like that bullshit for 9 months, and then it was probably like 9 months prior to that. It's been pretty close. Oh, time's been flying. I mean, we're entering 2026. We're in the fourth quarter.
I feel like I just started Beverly Hills Motorcycle Club. I can go on Instagram and look, see when that post
And
was.
maybe it was this year. Yeah. I don't remember. It just feels
Yeah.
like a lot's been going on.
And I have been so busy with my film and just everything that I'll purposely just like not go on the Beverly Hills Motorcycle Club account because I'm just like doing my stuff. And then, to be 100% honest, Beverly Hills Motorcycle Club started off as a joke. Like I was just riding my motorcycle through Beverly Hills, and I love Beverly Hills. I have a long history of raising money there. And I just thought, Beverly Hills Motorcycle Club. So it was just a joke. And I thought, well, I'm going to make a sweatshirt and just see what happens. And then I decided I was going to start doing charity events. And then I just started getting phone calls and people following the Instagram account. And I just thought, okay, I'm just going to do this. But still, like every time somebody asks me, well, who's doing this event? I'm like, the Beverly Hills Motorcycle Club. I live in Van Nuys. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's the name, but it's the same with my road name. My road name is so embarrassing. And so I was in Mississippi and all these girls, I was doing my film and all these girls were like, what's your road name? And I'm like, Flying Squirrel. They're like, what?
What?
Flying Squirrel. I don't want to say it out loud. It's
That's cute.
so
That's adorable.
silly.
Yeah.
And then the way that I got the Flying Squirrel and yeah, because I look like a flying squirrel when I'm on my motorcycle because I have my hair and I always wear big clothes and the wind goes through the big clothes and everything's flapping and I'm this little tiny thing on my bike. Yeah. So all my stuff is low-key embarrassing. I'm just like,
No, that's just in your head. It's pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Yeah. I think
Some
maybe
people don't even have nicknames.
I have a lot of nicknames.
Yeah.
A lot of nicknames.
Yeah.
But it's good. My dad calls me Shanny.
Nice.
He's the only person that's allowed to call me Shanny.
Not anymore. You just made
Really?
it public.
No, they
No,
can't.
I'm kidding.
I'll correct everyone. No, my dad calls me that.
Only my dad. No, I'm excited because the last time you were here, we were talking about the Beverly Hills Club MC,
Yes.
what you're doing. And then we were talking about how you were working with the veterans. And then now you just did a movie. Let's talk about the movie and let's talk about this charity you got going on. I mean, this is something amazing that you're doing for yourself, but more importantly for the community and for the veterans. And I love it.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm just trying to just manage everything
Yeah.
and not get overwhelmed. So what we did was there's just 15 of us, 13 women, 2 guys. We rode our motorcycles over to the Beverly Hills Cookie Company, and I had pre-ordered cookies. Like $300 was donated. It wasn't a big deal, and I didn't like go out and try to promote this big event. I didn't want it to be big. I wanted it to be intimate and small. So we rode our motorcycles to Beverly Hills, picked up the cookies. The owner of the Beverly Hills Cookie Company is just the sweetest man. His name is Barry Axelrod. God, he's a sweetheart.
That's a great name.
He is wonderful. And he just said, Shannon, anything you need, I'm going to help you. And he's cooked for the vets. So he has a long history with the VA. And he donated a dozen cookies. And they're like $7 a piece, but they're the most incredible cookies. So we put them on the back of our bikes. We rode into the VA. They knew that we were coming. We went to CalVets, which is supported by the state of California. There was a veteran in a wheelchair, and he had like sores on his legs, and he's just the sweetest guy. He had a mohawk. He was just so great. He was in his 80s. So these motorcycles pull up, and his mouth drops open. He's like, what is going on? Us women get off our bikes. We're like, hi, we have some cookies for you. And we have some Valentines that the children made. And he just couldn't believe it. He's like, you came here for me? And I said, yeah, we're here for you. And then we went into the facility, and this guy, Manny, came out, who was managing everything, and said, okay, we're going to divide you guys up into groups. Who wants to go into the memory ward? And I'm like raising my hand. Like, that's hard. I'm going to go into the memory ward. It's all dementia patients and severe trauma, PTSD. And then everyone else went into different areas of the VA. So every time I'm walking into the memory ward, and there's all these women in their 80s, 90s that are veterans, and they look at me, and they look at my friend Carrie, who's with the Venturalitas, and they just look at me and they go, you ladies are beautiful. We're like, wow, thank you. That's so sweet. Would you like a cookie? And I wanted to stay with them, but we were going room to room to room. So I went in, there was twice where we went into a veteran's room, and they were in their bed just watching television. And we would hold their hands, ask them if they'd want a cookie. And then when we went to leave, both times, the veterans started crying. They didn't want us to leave. So
that's hard.
We just sat there and watched, an old Western on the television with a couple of veterans. And it was just so lovely and tender to just sit with them. And then something that really comforted me is that there was a camera on us, and it said, smile, you're being videotaped. And it's just such a comfort that they're being taken care of that way.
Yeah.
That no one's going to hurt them. And I've really found that when you're a volunteer, you're not staff, you're not a client, you're a volunteer. And so you're really there to make sure that everything is okay. And if it's not, you get to say something because you don't work for them. You're not in danger of being fired. You're not the client. There's no penalty for you. And so it's always so nice to be the volunteer that's like, wow, this organization really is incredible. It's really amazing. So that's CalVets. So that's what we did for CalVets. So then I belong to the DAR, the Daughters of the American Revolution, which is something I thought I'd never, ever join. But I joined for my family, for my mom and dad. My dad's a vet. So I joined the LA chapter. And so it's this incredible organization. I had no idea. It helped me to just stop judging things. They did this event for the female veterans, 70 female veterans that are at the VA center. And it was 200 DAR members, all the different chapters, Hollywood, Beverly Hills, LAC, which is mine, or LAE. So they put together these care packages of shampoo, lotion, slippers, scarves, all these things for the female veterans. They did a lunch for them. And so I met all these women that fought. And there was, women missing legs, women in wheelchairs, women that were fine. They just live at the VA. And so the person from the VA, sometimes it's hard for me to talk about, this woman named Christina let me know that the government takes care of their housing, but doesn't take care of their food or clothing or personal items. It's all donations. And she said that because of the fires and just everything happening, she's not getting the checks that she used to get. And it's really hard to feed the vets and clothe the vets. And she let me know that they needed underwear. And my heart just broke because I thought about my dad. Like, what if my dad goes to the VA? I'm always going to make sure my dad has underwear. But there's some vets that they don't. And so, all the ladies in the DAR, they're like, well, Shannon rides a motorcycle, which they're shocked. And so Christina asked me, could you put together a motorcycle ride? And I said yes, but I was really scared because I don't want to disappoint the veterans. And I haven't really been showing up for other people's rides because I've been busy with my film, and I keep going to Tucson, and I'll say, oh, I'm going to come to the ride on Saturday. And then, oh, shit, I have to do this. I can't come. So I've just kind of been withdrawn and isolated in my busyness and just not out in the community lately. And it's fine. But I just got scared. Like, who's going to come? So a couple weeks ago, I was going out to Tucson to see my father and my mom. And I'm in the middle of the desert. I'm in Parker, Arizona. And it was so beautiful. It just rained. There was clouds everywhere. And there was these rocks on the side that said Grace. And so I got out, and I didn't even realize how scared I've been and how nervous I am and how much anxiety I have. So I got out of my car, and it was so beautiful. I just started praying. And then I started screaming. And my small prayer was, God, I need you. And then my scream was, I need you more. I am so freaked out. I need you to do everything, everything. So then I am screaming in the desert and crying, I need you, I need you, I need you. And I just felt this, yes, like I'm going to help you. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. You're going to you're going to talk to all the schools that you teach at. You're going to get Veterans Day cards made by the schools. You're going to work with the children that you teach sewing to. You'll do an event, and the parents are going to pitch in, and motorcycle people will pitch in. And then it just all started to come together in such a miraculous way where people really do care about the veterans. And so I've been able to go to sponsors that have sponsored me for the Kershaw event, attorneys. I did an event for foster care girls, a lot of the same attorneys that are always, whatever you need, Shannon, whatever you need. It's MVP, like whatever you need. So it's the same thing. Just people saying whatever you need. And then just all those phone calls. And then the embarrassing part where I'm talking to the presidents of motorcycle clubs. They're like, well, what is this? I'm like, it's the Beverly Hills Motorcycle Club. Excuse me, sir. I know you're like really legit and an amazing person. And yeah. So, and it's okay. It's all going to be okay. And I'm really blown away at, one of the guys that is the head of a motorcycle club said, well, what do you need? Do you want 5 people or do you want 500? And I said, it'd be nice to have 500. I can't even imagine what that looks like.
That's a lot.
The most I've done is 100 people coming to a motorcycle ride. And I don't know if 500 are coming. I don't know.
Right.
We're still at the beginning. We're like 7 weeks out. We're still getting our flyers together. I'm still on the phone, like securing sponsors.
A few things. One, we were just talking about it before we started recording. It's amazing how many people are willing to work or help out if you ask.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how stubborn we are as individuals and then don't ask. And, it's like we don't want to be rejected, or, we want to do everything by ourselves and control everything. And it's like, if you need help, ask, and I'm so guilty of this. And 2, this is amazing what you're doing. So in 7 weeks, let's give dates, because I'll be publishing this soon, but
Okay.
just to make sure, what's the dates? What can people expect? What do you need? How can we help you?
The date is November 2nd. So the VA is doing all of these different ceremonies and events for the veterans all week. And so what we're doing is we're going to meet either at my studio on Magnolia or a diner on Magnolia. I'll figure that out today. I'd love to meet at the NoHo Diner. So it'll be somewhere on Magnolia. We're going to do a slow ride, Magnolia to Sepulveda to Wilshire, and we're going to go on to the VA campus. 300 veterans will be waiting for us.
Wow.
And then we're going to take stuff off of our motorcycles that have been donated. We're going to take, I'm asking for underwear for men and women, socks, sweatpants, t-shirts, nightgowns for the older ladies because they like to look pretty, new bathrobes for the women, slippers that have the skid. I'm going to do an Amazon wish list, or I'll just do a PDF of like everything that they need. And then just nice things like Crabtree and Evelyn rose lotion. How nice would that be for a lady veteran? Or Aquavelva. There's some older gentlemen that wear Aquavelva and Canoe. Or Old Spice deodorant. Like very specific, very caring, and very loving as to what they need. And then because there's 300 veterans, I called Homegirl, who's affiliated with Homeboy Industries, who I have loved just ever since their conception. Father Greg Boyle is just such an inspiration to me, and I love Homeboy Industries. So I called Homegirl, and I said, I need 300 boxed lunches November 2nd, and here's my budget. And so they said, well, it's $17.50 for a boxed lunch. It's a sandwich and a cookie, but we'll do it for 10 because we really believe in what you're doing.
That's beautiful.
So yeah, $3,000. And then I'm just slowly raising that. You know, law firms are like, send me the invoice. We'll take care of it. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. So far we're feeding the vets. That's taken care of. There's going to be tables, chairs. There'll probably be vendors. There's going to be other food vendors where you can buy your own lunch if you ride in, because the free lunch will be for the veterans. Yeah, there's going to be tables where we can just take stuff off our bikes. And can you imagine veterans waiting for the motorcycles and then all of us roar, like we create that roar with our bikes riding in and then just seeing their faces? Because when we did this with just the 15 of us, every vet said, you made my day. Yeah. You made my day. You made my day. So I just think it's the sweetest gesture. And
no, it's not just the gesture. It's you're changing their mood, their thought process. You know, who knows? Some of them don't have family. I mean, when you're 80-something years old, when you're 70-something, how much family do you have? You know, who's coming to visit you?
Who's coming to visit?
You're kind of abandoned. So you bring that hope, and then with the donations and everything else. Now, talking about vendors, because I want to see how we can get people involved and more. So we know what you need, and you're going to be making a list, and there's different ways of bringing it. They can actually bring it, or they could do it through Amazon, or et cetera. What's the vendor process? What kind of vendors are you looking for? Is everybody available? Is there something that you want more than another?
Well, as far as vendors, I mean, moto vendors are amazing because there's going to be a lot of bikers there. I'm not going to charge vendors to come because I don't know what it looks like. So I'd hate for somebody to pay like $50 or $75 to be a vendor and then they don't make any money. And I don't want a percentage. It's just whatever's on your heart. I'm just praying that there's such an abundance of people and that whoever's a vendor sells so many t-shirts that they're like, hey, I did really good today. Here's some money. And then I'm able to donate that back to the veterans. I don't want people to have to pay to be in the ride, even if it's just $10 a head. I know everyone is saying, I'll give you $20 to be in the ride. It just doesn't feel right because showing up is so much more valuable than $20. Just you being there is worth so much more. So I really want it to just be whatever is on people's heart. We did an event for the foster care girls, and the LA Litas were there, and Pasadena Motorcycle Club. Just the most incredible people came to this ride. And then people off the street were like, what are you doing? I said, we're doing an event for foster care girls. And this guy handed me $300 people were just handing me cash. And so I was able to give the Optimist Club $1,000 cash for their petty cash. When we did the Kershaw event, Clayton Kershaw has this organization where they do 1,500 backpacks. Well, the moto community brought 1,500 boxes of crayons with Beachside Moto, VVMC, Litas. It was incredible. And then again, people were just handing me cash. And then MVP, the attorneys, gave a check to Ellen Kershaw. And Clayton Kershaw showed up, which I didn't tell anybody. I knew they were coming, but it would have been a totally different event. So Clayton Kershaw showed up with donuts. And this event is kind of the same. You know, I'm having a lot of telephone conversations where so-and-so is like, we're going to show up for you. But I don't want to say who it is because I don't want it to be about that. It's just like, come, see who comes. I also don't want to promise that so-and-so is going to be there. I want everything to just be low key, and you just come and see who's there. Oh, wow, it's that guy. Oh, I love that guy. Or, oh, it's her. Wow, that's amazing. Or it's just us, which is enough, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you want to create awareness, attention, and have people socialize and get together at the same time doing a great cause for the veterans.
And then there's also this thing.
And as writers, we're always looking for that anyways.
Yeah. I have a lot of, I know this is off topic. I have a lot of single women friends.
Tell them I said hi.
That they're literally just, they're like me. We're just at home, like doing our crafts, like sewing and quilting and crochet. And they're just the nicest ladies. And they're always saying, Shannon, I'd really like to meet a biker. I'm like, really? Okay, well, come to this event. I'll bring a helmet. I don't know. Maybe you'll meet somebody. I've had friends that met at the Kershaw event and they're still together. So if you're a single person,
you know what? Maybe
come.
Maybe that should be the next event that you throw. Where, because you know, I'm going to be a little silly.
Okay, it's okay to be silly. It's okay to have fun at these events.
My brother's a veteran, and he was in the Navy, and he says in Australia, this is, you know, from his group of friends back then, that when they would pull into Australia, the women are 3-1 for men.
Wow.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So when the Navy ship pulls up, he was on the USS Abraham Lincoln, big aircraft carrier. When that would pull into Australia, the women would just go running there, and the men would throw their hats, and they had their names, and then they would try to find, you know, the names, and then they would want to treat them or take them out to a bar or whatever. It's wild. Now, think about this. You got a bunch of bikers that, you know, motorcycles are like going to the gym. You know, you get a motorcycle to get girls. You go to the gym to get strong to get girls, but you don't get girls. It's the guys that are like, hey, nice bike, man. Hey, nice game.
Yeah.
You know, it's always like that. The women that are looking for people, you know, men are doing the home thing, and they have their hobbies and their yoga and their cycling. Imagine doing an event where it's like you bring a bunch of single girls, bring a helmet, a bunch of guys on motorcycles, they bring their bikes. You know, and you don't know. It might be awesome, and it might not be. Like, they go to one destination. If they want to switch, you know, I don't know. There could be a fun way of doing that.
Yeah.
And for sure, there might be some matchmaking.
Yeah.
But for sure, there's going to be good connections and good friendships and good bonding because, you know, trusting somebody on a bike and trusting having a good passenger, you know, is very important.
And that was sort of the original intent of Beverly Hills Motorcycle Club, is to do events where, you know, that's one of my phones.
Yeah, it's all good.
Where we're meeting somewhere and we're all going dancing, or come to our event and bring a helmet, and I will know, because I have a lot of single men biker friends that would like to meet someone sweet. And you know, I'm always like, oh, I have this friend for you. Oh, I have this for you. I think you would like her. And a lot of the times it works out. So it'd be great to just have everybody come and just see what happens. Especially.
And it'd be kind of like old school. Because it's like now, it's like the dancing, you know?
Yeah.
When you go to school dance, you got the girls on one side and you got the guys on the other side. And it's like, okay, we're here to dance.
Yeah.
Do you want to dance with me? Nah. Do you want to, you know, it's kind of one of those things.
Yeah. So there's 5 women that I know.
Mel's Diner.
Mel's Diner, yeah, I love Mel's Diner. That is a really good idea. But I like NoHo too, because they have an add-on where it's sort of open. And it's also sort of dark. So
that's cool too.
Yeah, there's just so many good ideas of just making connections and bringing people together. And I think one of the things that I do love, even though I do get scared, I do get afraid, when I'm doing this event, I feel so supported. So I spoke to the attorneys yesterday that have helped with other events. I told them about this event. And, I met them. It was such an odd way to meet them. I was teaching a sewing class, and this 9-year-old little girl, I had the radio on, which I never have the radio on, but I'm teaching, and this was probably 4 years ago. And I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but a radio commercial came on, and this 9-year-old girl, it was a law firm, this 9-year-old girl pipes up. She goes, "That guy's a crook." I go, "What?" She goes, "He's a crook." And I go, "Okay, well, what about so-and-so?" She goes, "They're not good." "What about so-and-so?" "They're not good." I'm like, "How do you know this?" And she goes, "My dad's a chiropractor, and she works with all of the attorneys, and he works with all of the attorneys, and he just knows." Not all of the attorneys. I'm not saying all of the attorneys. She was just telling me so then I said, "Okay, who's the best?" She said, "Brett Sachs." I said, "Brett Sachs?" I wrote it down, Brett Sachs, because I ride a motorcycle, and I need somebody that's really good. So then the mom came and the dad came to pick up, and I was like, she told me that Brett Sachs is the best attorney. And so then he told me he has a friendship with Brett. So I found him on Instagram. I just followed him. I didn't reach out. So then he follows me back, and he started to see all the things that I do in the moto community. And he sent me a private message and said, "I love all the things that you're doing. Whatever you need, I'm there for you." So we were doing this event, and I called him and said, "Hey, I need $300 for food and croissants. Would you like to help with that?" And he goes, "Sure, I'll help you with that." It was for the foster care girls. And he goes, "But I have a question for you." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I'm going to Venmo you. Can I give you more?" And I said, "Yeah, you can give me more. I mean, I'm so new at this." And then I look at the Venmo, and I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. And I called him, and I thanked him. And I was just so taken care of. Or with the Kershaw event, I never asked for an amount, but I saw the check that he gave to Ellen Kershaw, and I was like, that is so nice. And even with this, I mean, we're still figuring all this stuff out. They said, just send us the invoice. Just let us know what you need. And there's just nothing like that, to have somebody that you trust. And so Brett Sachs has now started the personal injury attorney, their firm is MVP. And so they're going to come out and give T-shirts and their hats. And I just love knowing that I have people that I can trust.
Yeah, but you got to understand, the mailman. Yeah, you got to understand that you're doing them the favor, because there's so many people reaching out to them that don't execute properly, or the money gets mismanaged or misspent, and then it kind of leaves like a bad taste. And then when they see somebody authentic doing such a great cause repeatedly over and over, they see value to that.
Well, and I sent them a handwritten accounting of all the money that I spent. Okay, this is how much it was for coffee. This is how much it was for the croissants. I spent $120 on candy.
Yeah, you broke it down for accounting purposes, which is amazing.
So I could just hand them the accounting.
No, which is great, but you know how many people don't do that? Or they'll it's complicated, but it takes two to tango.
Right.
Right?
If somebody Venmos me, I'll text them back and go, "Oh, I bought, slippers for the foster care girls," or I'll let them know.
Where their money went.
Yeah, or the Kershaw event. People were Venmoing me $10, $20, and I just said, "I just wanted to let you know I went to Target and I bought 24 boxes of crayons, and here's the receipt." Just so that they know, that I'm not eating lunch with their donation.
Yeah, of course. No, it's important.
I have my own lunch money.
which is my point.
Yeah.
Which is my point.
So you can literally see, if you donate to me or Beverly Hills Motorcycle Club or whatever, that we're going to get 10 packages of boxer shorts. Or we're going to get socks. So I think that's the beauty of the event. So it's show up at North Hollywood Diner or my studio in Magnolia.
Which you'll let everybody know by when?
Friday.
Friday?
I'm going to go to NoHo Diner. I just want to make sure that they can handle what's about to happen.
And where are you going to be posting this information? Where can people track this?
I think the best is on my Instagram, just Shannon Albright.
Okay.
And I'm also going to post on Beverly Hills Motorcycle Club. Just Instagram is the best way for me to communicate.
And that's the best way to get a hold of you. That's the best way to follow the event. That's the way to get updates.
Facebook is weird.
Facebook is weird.
I've got
but there's an age
5,000 followers, and I get a lot of weird stuff there. I've gotten
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram is good because it filters. If I'm not friends with them, then it goes, and I'll check like so-and-so's trying to send you a message. I'm really good with Instagram. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not doing YouTube. I'm just good on Instagram. Okay. So it's just Shannon Albright, ALLBRIG. Or they can go to your Instagram and see, oh, it's Shannon. It's that Shannon.
Right. Right. No. And I'll, once I publish this, I'll put hashtags and make it recognizable. And I'll make sure that every post I put has your
I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. Just November 2nd, we're going to meet up at 10 a.m. There'll be lots of talking, lots of communicating. We're going to do
a lot of single girls, a lot of single bikers.
All my friends are cute.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, exactly.
I know it sounds so bad.
Yeah. No,
it's fine. I mean, how are you going to meet people?
What makes it sound bad? You know, it's just society. Like what?
Like, hey, I've got a girl for you. Yeah. But I do. She's really cute. And she's not on apps. And she's always asking me, where's the best place to meet people? I'm like, well, yeah, depends.
No, that's awesome. No, we got that covered. We got a lot of excitements, veterans, good cause, single women, single bikers, community, all that fun stuff. Real quick, let's jump into your movie. Congratulations on your movie. You've won. You're getting attention and awards. And what's going on?
So the film has won 34 awards. We have a poster with all the laurels on it. We need to update it because we.
Hold on, let me see if I have the. 34 awards. That is. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. That's amazing.
It's actually really humbling. Yeah. Very humbling.
And motivational. It motivates me and other people too, because you know, everybody has a dream or a vision, and they, you know, life happens, and then it gets in the back burner. Like I haven't done an episode in like a while, and I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? I have 160 episodes ranked top 5 in the world podcast. What? Let's go.
Yeah.
And when you do this and you execute and you get awarded for that, that's huge.
It's a huge surprise because I didn't know what I had. I mean, I'm a trained screenwriter, so I knew that I had to have my opening, my 15-minute first act break. I knew it needed to happen. But filming, we really didn't know what was going to happen, and everything was happenstance. And so, you know, and it was such a personal thing for me that I taught myself how to edit on DaVinci so that I could cut it myself. Amazing,
I just switched to DaVinci.
Yeah, I love it. It's so just, and I'm shaving seconds off of it because I didn't want to sit with somebody and I didn't want to argue. I didn't want them to like tell me, well, I think it's this. It's like, well, no, it's not. And then we start crying. I just wanted it to be like what I thought. And then I read this incredible book. Oh, Rubens. Who's the guy? He did the Beastie Boys. Why can't I remember his name?
Composer or documentary?
No, he's a music producer, and he wrote that book about creativity. I bought the book.
Here, I've been doing this. I like this. Sorry. There's a guy that worked with the Beastie Boys named Ruben. He wrote a book called, what was it?
I don't know.
Oh, a book.
I bought the book.
Can you bring that up?
Absolutely. You're thinking of Rick Rubin. He's a legendary music.
Yes. Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually have it hooked up to the Bluetooth and you could hear it through
Rick Rubin. So I got that book and I didn't even read it because the first chapter is all about you don't do a project for them, you do it for yourself. And it just reframed everything. And I made a movie that I really like, that when I see the movie, I start crying because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Oh, that's so sad. Or, oh, that's so good. And then I actually was able to detach from the film because when I'm leaving for Alabama, so basically the movie's called 2,500 Miles. I rode my motorcycle from Los Angeles to Selma, Alabama, taught a sewing class where I learned how to read and write. So when I'm pulling out of my driveway with all my luggage and I'm scared as shit, and I almost didn't make it, I almost ran into a car. I'm like, this big old wide turn. So when I see that on film. I'm like, oh my God, I hope she makes it. She's kind of dumb. Like, does she know what she's doing? Right.
You're like, what's going on? Yeah.
Like, how many times is she going to die? And she's on a little Triumph. Like, it's not little, it's 900 Street Twin. It's my baby. And I rode that because it's my favorite bike. But there's no fairing and just all the dangers of riding a motorcycle. A little baby windshield, but it's fine. But I went through rain. I went through wind. There's a lot of surprises in there. You know, tires are like flipping up on the 10, like almost hit me in the head. There's tumbleweeds like 3 stories high, and I'm praying, don't hit me, don't hit me. And then they dissipate right in front of me. So there's a lot of things that happened, and then there's a lot of sad things that happen. And so I could have waited and had people give me large amounts of money to do a film, but I didn't want to wait for that. And I wanted control of it, and I wanted it to be sweet. And so I just cobbled together some money, and I had angel investors that said, we love what you're about to do. Here's some money. I'm like, okay, thank you. So I got together enough money, and we just set out on this adventure. And it's rough, but if I would have gone with these big, huge cameras and a full like staff with a van and all this stuff, I wouldn't have gotten what I got because it was just me and the camera person. And so we were able to talk to a waitress in Meridian, Mississippi that told us about Meridian, Mississippi. And then we went to New Orleans and we saw the school that Ruby Bridges integrated. And then we met George Sally, who was in Bloody Sunday, who was beaten in Bloody Sunday, the marches of 1965. And then the third march, which was successful, well, they're all successful, but they made it to Montgomery. He was at the right hand of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and he was telling us his story. And that happened because it was just me and the camera person. And I think if we would have had all the stuff with us, it just wouldn't have been what it was. And then when I'm sewing with the staff of the school, they're just telling me all these things that were so wonderful, but also really sad. And it just wouldn't have happened any other way. And so I love the film. And if people come and they don't like it, it's okay. Because when I'm 90 and I'm in my rocking chair, I'm still going to feel good about what I did. Or when I have grandchildren, they're like, you made this movie? And I'm like, yeah, I did. So as long as I like it, it's okay.
Hell yeah.
And
it's more than okay. It's amazing. It's outstanding.
We did a screening. So yeah, it's like I forget that I won Best Director, Best Female Director in Brussels. It won Best Travel Film in Paris. It won finalist for Best Documentary in Milan, Italy.
I would be getting tattoos of each fucking award.
I don't even want to think about it. I got Best Documentary in Dubai. Honorable mention for Best Documentary in India. Like 2 awards in India. It's been in Austin, Arizona, Seattle, Virginia. Where else? It's like 34. And then we're at the Valley Film Festival in a couple of weeks. And it's nice, it's good, but it's just okay. I'd rather not think about it because I want to make another film. And I want it to kind of be the same. Like maybe we'll upgrade and have like 2 people come with us. You know, someone to drive the truck and someone to hold the camera. Because we were picking up hitchhikers to hold the camera. I know. Because the cameraman was driving the truck. And it was too hard.
Oh, it was literally one cameraman.
One cameraman.
Driver.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I didn't want a bunch of people with us. I just wanted it to be this thing between me and the camera person. And so we had to get coverage of me in New Mexico, almost fucking dying. So there was a guy, this guy, Dallas Morgan, we're still friends with him. He was hiking the Continental Divide, and he was at a cafe just trying to hydrate. It was like a taco place. I say cafe, but it was like a taco stand. And we're having tacos, and I just look over, I'm like, how are you? And I start talking to him. And then he starts talking to me, and he had the name Dallas, and I'm from Dallas, Texas. And I said, and he goes, do you think you could drive me to Apache, it's like something, New Mexico to the very start of the Continental Divide. And I said, yeah, sure. And he goes, I'll get in the back of the truck. I don't have to be in the cab. I said, no, you can sit in the cab. Would you mind holding our camera? We're making a documentary film. And he's like, yeah, I'd love to do that. So for 50 miles, he's filming us. Then those other things where it's like, hey, do you think you could ride with us for 12 miles and shoot this? Could you do this? Could you do that? Everyone is like, yeah, I can do that. So it's really like, what? With people here that we picked up hitchhikers, it's fine. And
especially when you're from LA, because that's the craziest thing in the world.
And Dallas Morgan, he's such a nice guy. I just saw his post on Instagram last night, and he's doing great. He made it up to Canada. He hiked the Continental Divide. I kept checking to see if he was still alive, and did he get eaten up by wolves? And he inspires me, and I inspire him. And just, Mayor of Wilcox on the way up, I met the mayor, and he was like, if you ever want to come back and do a moto event, I own a vineyard here in Arizona. I'm like, that's cool. Yeah. Just all these friends, law enforcement. I got pulled over a few times, and it wasn't because I was doing anything bad. Just the sheriff of that county was concerned. Just like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I am. And he's like, well, I'm just going to let everybody know that there's a girl on her motorcycle out here on this road, and just keep eyes on you. I'm like, okay, that's really nice. And then on the trip coming home, we pulled over to take like a victory photo, like I made it. We're in Indio, and sheriff pulls up. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And so I have found that being a woman on a motorcycle creates a vulnerability where everyone just kind of looks out for me. And there was dangerous times. There was a time where I just shut down my Instagram because something was off. Like there was a car that I was in Marfa, Texas, and I was getting off my motorcycle, and he pulled in front of me and was walking around, and I was like, oh, this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. So I just took everything off Instagram and just hid for like a day in Marfa because it just felt bad. So there's definite like dangers. I stopped posting immediately, like, hey, I'm in Marfa. I stopped doing that. So yeah, just
it's wild. Number one, I'm so glad you made it safe and you have finished it, and that you're getting so much recognition for this. This is huge. Number two, it's just funny that it's so the opposite as a guy, and most things. But the way you talk about it, it reminds me of like when a woman's pregnant. And what I mean by that is the moment people see a pregnant woman, they feel they have the right to walk up to her and touch her belly, like, oh my God, you're pregnant. Men, women, it happens to everybody. And I had a doctor one time, and he told my ex, like, hey, don't let first of all, don't take their advice. Just say, I have a doctor, and don't let anybody touch you, because people are going to approach you now. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like the same thing when a woman's alone or limited on a motorcycle. It's like people are going to roll down. You look like you could be a victim. You look like you're in distress. You look like you need help. Like you don't know. So you get approached. So that's interesting. Yeah. As a guy, you're like solo. You're solo. Unless if you start the conversation and stuff. But
I have my weapons out in the open.
Yeah, of course.
They can see, like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Ooh, try it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to ever be put in that situation, but I know how to take care of myself.
Yeah.
For sure.
I've said this many times on the podcast too, but it's interesting because people are always like so worried about strangers. And I go, most people don't get fucked over by strangers. They get fucked over by family members or people they know, So would you agree with that, with this experience that you had? And did you felt more safer approached by certain strangers or police officers or people on this or hitchhikers compared to other stuff? Like, if you got fucked over, was it ever by a stranger or was it by somebody you know?
Somebody I know talking shit about me.
Yeah.
And I overheard it. Yeah. And I'm just like, if somebody's going to talk shit about me, this is how I handle it. Sometimes I'll confront it. Lately, I've been confronting it. Like, when you said this, what did you mean by that? Because it sounded shitty. So now that I'm older, I'll confront it. But most of the time, the way that I'll handle it is just I will bow and walk out the door, and they will never see me again.
Yeah. So,
yeah. And it's gone both ways, where I thought I was having a private conversation with someone, and I'm just talking shit. This person pissed me off, talking shit. I got my feelings hurt. thought it was a private conversation. That private conversation went to them, and then they call and they're like, will you step up? I was like, I did say that. I thought it was a private conversation. I'm very sorry. And then it creates this environment of like, do you know how much I love you? Do you know how much it hurts that we're not friends? Like, it creates that. And so I've definitely been called out on my own stuff, which I don't do that anymore. I have like one person that I tell everything to, and that's it. But I have gone through that, and I'm okay. And it's made me a better person. But like on the road, there's so many times where, you know, like we rode our motorcycles to Wyoming, South Dakota, had the time of my life. And then I wanted to come home by myself because I wanted to go to Idaho and see my best college friend. And then on the way back, I almost ran out of gas in Nevada, and I was taken care of by people. And then I made it through. I was fine. And then I got tired and thirsty, and I pulled over, and I'm under a tree. Well, all these people pull over because they're like, she passed me on the highway. I just want to check on her and make sure she's okay. So I've got all these people that are coming up. Do you need some water? Do you need this? Do you need that? I'm like, I'm actually okay. Water would be nice though. And because I'm under the only tree in Nevada. And now there's like this little party under this tree because the road is taking care of me. People on the road are friendly. They're like, I want to make sure she's okay. And I also want to find out why is she out here by herself with her long blonde hair?
Yeah.
So, or any type of hair. Doesn't matter. They just like see a girl.
No, but not only that, when you get into certain states, people will stop. Like in LA, in LA, you break down or you have an emergency on the side of the road, nobody's going to stop because it's California. The weather's fucking amazing. There's no snow. There's no desert. There's a Starbucks probably 5-10 minutes away from you. Yeah. CHP's up and down that road. When you get to like Arizona, when you get into like, you know, whatever, Nebraska, any of these places, if you see a car abandoned on the side of the road, that's a life or death, you know, situation. Mm-hmm. And the locals know it. And they will stop, check for water. They will stop, make sure you're breathing. They will stop, see if you need food, if you need a ride, if you need gas. And it happens. Mm-hmm. In LA, it doesn't.
Well, I met truckers when I finally got to my gas station in Nevada, this deserted road. I met truckers that said that they carry gas for bikers, that they ride. And if they see a biker on the side of the road, they're going to pull over and make sure. And they carry gas with them. Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot of people that run out of gas because they have the peanut tanks, you know, 3-gallon or 2.5-gallon tanks.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. You have a 5-gallon tank, but because you're hauling ass, you're going to go through your gas faster.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they see bikers on the side of the road a lot.
Yeah.
Just because of gas, let alone tires and oil and all that other crazy stuff.
All that crazy stuff.
No, I think we covered a lot. November 2nd. Veterans. We need underwear, socks. We need gowns, anything that you would get for your mother, anything you would get for your grandmother, anything you would get for an American veteran.
And the event is called Ride and Provide.
I love that.
So it's for riders,
We
bikers.
should have started off with that. That's going to be the name of the episode.
Ride and Provide.
Ride and Provide.
So come and ride and help provide, because the community will also come together. The parents of the children that I teach. If I send out an email, I mean, I've had things where I sent out an email and somebody just sent me money or went on Amazon and ordered 10 pair of pajamas. So
that's amazing.
It's amazing.
You're running the whole thing. You're going to
I'm running it with my co-chair. My co-chair is Lisa Chambers. She's my best friend. And
hold on.
She's adorable.
Lisa!
We love you. We love you, Lisa. And then I have support from my ride or die, who's a criminal defense attorney, Sharon Marshall.
Sharon!
She's helping with this. Sharon, man. Oh, if I ever... Riding with Sharon, it's different because she's a criminal defense attorney. And
that's what we talked about the other day.
Yeah, and if we get pulled over, she's going to totally handle it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love riding with Sharon. And anytime
And she rides.
And she rides.
Oh, that's awesome.
She has a badass Harley, and she is amazing. She's amazing. I love riding with her. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'll get to meet her soon. Hopefully we do the interview. And,
yes,
you know,
and you'll meet Lisa. Lisa's hilarious. Lisa's my best friend. And we are ridiculous together. We're giggling, we're laughing. We're both Christians. We like pray for each other, but then we're cussing. We're funny. We're like
I
the
can't
epitome of grace.
Come down, meet them November 2nd. Shannon Albright on Instagram. Thank you, Shannon.
Robert. It's always so nice to see you.
You too.